we are doing whatever it takes. It's about giving your all. From the players on the field to the members in the stands. Do whatever it takes. Call 1300 GO Bombers.
Fellow members of the Essendon Football Club, it is with great pleasure that I deliver this Chairman's address at our 139th Annual General Meeting. But unfortunately I begin tonight on a sad note following the sad passing of Essendon Premiership player Brian Sampson and Doyen broadcaster Tony Charlton earlier this week. Brian Sampson played 100 games for the Bombers between 1959 and 1966 and was a member of the 1962 and 1965 Premiership teams. Tony Charlton was one of the nation's greatest ever sports broadcasters and a true gentleman in every sense of the word, and a life member here at the AGM some 2 years ago. He was an outstanding Australian, and we are absolutely poorer for the passing of Tony Charlton and indeed Brian Sampson. On behalf of the Board and the Essendon Football Club, I'd like to express our great sadness and sincere condolences to the Charlton and Sampson families. Tonight I speak to you after a year of mixed yet very extremely encouraging results. As I said at the Crichton Medal, on field it was a season of two halves. The first half of the season showed our members and fans that the hard work and the new program that James and his team have put in place will be successful, and the football that we played was at times breathtaking. The second half of the season, as injuries impacted, saw the losses mount, which of course was frustrating and disappointing. But importantly, we've learnt a lot, and much of what we learned has been used in our pre-season so far with great effect. Our football department, led by senior coach James Hird, has continued to look for ways to make our team operate, train and develop under the most innovative, experienced and professional program possible. And after reviewing the 2012 season, we did a lot of things well, we made some mistakes, but we feel it has provided us with a wonderful base to get even better this season and beyond. I'm as confident as ever after the hard work since the season finished that this football club is on the verge of something very special. It's not just about winning, although that remains a key measure of our success, but it is as much about creating an environment where our club continues to be professional, demanding of excellence, and creating a culture where our football program is seen as the benchmark of our peers. I congratulate on your behalf James Hird and his football department for the hard work and diligence in striving to make our club great again. I'd also like to extend our congratulations to Captain Jobe Watson on his outstanding achievement winning the 2012 Brownlow Medal. Jobe's win was a huge highlight for our club this year and a wonderful recognition for Jobe after his fantastic season in the red and black. Congratulations to Mark McVeigh on a wonderful career in the famous number 10 Guernsey. We wish Mark and his family all the best for the next chapter of their lives. To Angus Montfries, Ricky Dyson, Brent Prismal, Henry Slattery, Kyle Reimers, Sam Lonergan, Michael Ross and Brendan Lee, thank you also for your service to our club, and we wish you well for your future endeavours. Off the field, our CEO and Managing Director Ian Robson has led his executive in focusing on not only the revenue generation and cost control of our club, but he's overseen one of the biggest capital works projects that this club, or indeed any other club of this size, has embarked on in Australia. Your board will continue to drive the fundraising efforts to narrow the funding gap, which is shrinking by the day. The club has had pledged $19 million so far against a budgeted cost of $25.7 million. And I'm pleased to say that at the halfway mark, we are on time and on budget. You as members should be proud that the club has produced that result, given it has been challenging economic times. We will be taking on a level of bridging debt, which is foreign to our club. However, as members, you should feel very comfortable that your board has overseen some extensive sensitivity modelling that proves to us all that, based on the most conservative assumptions, our cash flow can service the interest of this bridging loan. We will not be taking our eye off the ball of the funding challenge, and we will certainly continue to ask our fan base, be they individual, family or corporation, to continue to dig deep. There's been over 3,000 members donate, and we appreciate their generosity and their responsibility they've shown to make their club strong again. Our aim is to do this without a levy for members. However, we do leave this option open for an opt-in, opt-out levy with a membership at a later date. Our commercial operations team, led by Richard Burnett and Xavier Campbell, has had an outstanding year, highlighted by the signing and re-signing of our two major sponsors, Kia and True Value Solar. Your club's revenue development and existing revenue enhancement is in great hands, and a big reason we continue to be able to supply more funds to invest in football. This year, your club invested heavily in member communications. Led by Justin Rodsky, our club has opened up more than ever and been more and more transparent to fans through the introduction of our new TV show, The Hanger, on Fox Footy Channel. Our website, mobile app, iPad app and the social media channels provide fans with unlimited interaction with our club. The Essendon website has had over 250,000 unique visitors a month. We have more press conferences with players and coaches than anyone in the AFL, making James available to the media twice a week. I ask you to watch this space as more member and fan engagement initiatives will continue to be launched. It is this club and it is our philosophy, as long as it doesn't compromise our competitive advantage, that you will get access to us. On to the finances, and Finance Director Paul Brasher in a moment will walk you through the financial result. But in summary, an operating result of just over $400,000 for the financial year and free cash flow of $2.5 million, as well as a $700,000 increase in football, gives the sense that the club is managing its finances extremely well. It is important that we continue to focus on ensuring our football department is given a budget that makes them seriously competitive. Our community programs, led by Dominic Cato, continue to be a huge focus of the club. Putting back into the community has very much been in our DNA for many, many years, and again this year we've been extremely active. The Tiwi Bombers, who the club has had a long and proud partnership with, won their first ever Northern Territory Football League premiership, and the What I Magic, another Indigenous affiliated club to the Essendon Bombers, completed their second trial season with the Northern Territory Football League and continue to build their club and their culture. Closer to home, Essendon has a number of important Victorian Indigenous community programs and partnerships, including those with the Rumballara football and netball clubs and Indigenous Education Centre at Kangan at TAFE. The club's global program reached a new level of engagement and participation. The global program, in partnership with Cricket Victoria, uses football and cricket matchday experiences to help new migrants into Australia and international students assimilate into the Australian community. The program has run since 2009 and in that time has delivered a football experience to over 15,000 participants from over 104 countries. I'd now like to talk to you about the feedback that we received at last year's AGM and throughout the year on our membership packages of 2012. In particular, I wanted to address concerns raised about the need for all members to hold reserved seat at the Etihad Stadium. I also wanted to talk to you about the feedback we have in regard to the cost of our packages and the concerns that the club was no longer making membership an affordable option for our fans. We've listened and intently to the feedback from all of our members, and as well as talking directly to many of you, we've conducted exclusive and extensive market research. And we've looked at what frustrates members and what we as administrators can do about it. And as a result, I can announce the following changes. For the 2013 season, we have reintroduced flexible membership options so members can support the club on a game day without having to book a seat for the whole year. These packages start from $75 per adult, $25 for juniors, and for those are for 3 games, and $150 for an adult and $50 for a junior for 11 games. And these are amongst the most affordable packages in the AFL. Of course, we will continue to offer a range of reserve seat packages for members who want guaranteed seat every time they go to the football, but we understand that some of our supporters need more flexibility. and we have delivered this for you for the 2013 year. In response to member feedback about not being able to use the reserved seats for every game, we've led the competition for the first time to offer a resale seat program in 2012. With over 8,000 seats released and sold for Essendon games, we've done that throughout the year. The members who so generously released these seats have already been rewarded with a credit for the 2013 renewal invoice. We received some feedback regarding opposition supporters potentially accessing these seats, and we've put in some of the new processes for this year to ensure that that doesn't happen. We want to see over 50,000 members at the club in 2013, and every coach, player, administrator and supporter must now unite together behind our team to ensure we do whatever it takes to drive success for the club going forward. I would also like to address concerns from some of our members who feel the club might be too focused on raising revenue at the expense of the member experience. Ladies and gentlemen, can I stress we are not solely a commercially minded board. We do, however, have a responsibility of managing the club and preparing the club for the modern era. And it is a very competitive code, and basically my view is it will kill underachievers. Frankly, we need to grow our revenue and we need to continue to raise and fundraise to compete. I take that responsibility very seriously, and I, along with your board, are big contributors to the fundraising effort. Again, we can't ask you to do things when we don't show the lead. That said, we do have further responsibility to not only grow the club, but make the club be very affordable for its fans, and to ensure that you are getting value for money. Member benefits are now high on our list as we focus on delivering an outcome for our members in the years ahead. Looking to the future, your board and administration is also about to embark on a program to capture the imaginations of young Australians to barrack for the Bombers. We will invest heavily going forward to again prepare our club for the future by attracting kids to the red and black, so that future generation of supporters are welcomed and grown to ensure the club plays in front of a red and black army for multiple generations to come. I would like to make some comments on the debate around further equalisation for our code and the idea of Essendon paying AFL levy taxes. As long as I am chairman, I will fight hard to ensure that that does not happen. Our game will continue to grow and prosper if clubs like ours are free to innovate our offering, grow and invest in the membership, invest in our football program to play spectacular winning football, and to innovate the way we engage our fans and continue to invest in the community. Further AFL-levied taxes don't incentivise excellence and innovation, and frankly, it's a really bad model to grow the game. Our club is already taxed heavily and will be not taxed anymore. Can I thank all of our staff and volunteers of the Essendon Football Club? We have a great team on and off the field, and you all should be very proud of that team, that we have great people. Led superbly by Ian Robson and his executive, and on behalf of the members, I would like to thank Ian and his team. So finally, to the board, ladies and gentlemen, you are led by a very passionate group of people, all with a great love of the club, only wanting what's best for its members and what's best to grow the club's future. Thank you to the board for all your tireless work and support of me, and as always, thank you to the members for your passion and support of this great club. We are here at the pleasure of the membership, and it's not a position we take for granted. I hope that you all have a happy and safe Christmas and New Year period, and we look forward to seeing you all at the football in 2013. Thank you, and we'll look forward to taking your questions later.